But yeah, no, it's differentiating the fiction from the reality. I think is the main point
Yeah,
regarding any art form.
yeah, I think a lot of people misinterpret maturity as something that they want to attain no matter what.
Mm.
So a lot of children will naturally gravitate towards that stuff anyways, even if you tell them they shouldn't,
But
right?
even in music as well, music as well.
Yeah,
Even it's like
yeah. They all kids love rap with nasty words, of
yeah,
course.
like
You
ooh,
know, they love everything that sounds mature, but then the risk I would just say is that they grow up always thinking that it is mature because there is gore or because
yeah,
there is this or that. No, it's because it tries to tackle something about human nature,
mm,
but
yeah.
they conflate maturity with explicit material.
Oh.
That's more of the danger I
But
find.
explicit material should be presented those
Well,
who have the level of maturity necessary to handle it, because
yes,
it's sort
because
of
that's what
like
happens when kids grow up with gore. They think gore is mature, thus they have become mature. Thus, they end up being adults who still think like kids.
But I feel also that the kids who don't are not exposed to any type of like mature content are like really fucking like innocent and pure, the purist, if you will. Those people are very like optimistic standpoints on like how reality is, and so like when you see like when you first see a I don't know, a graphic scene or whatever on a movie or like a game that rips people's heads off, whatever. They see it
mhm.
as like really like, oh my god, this is blasphemy. This is fucking weird. I should never watch this.
I wouldn't use the word optimist or idealist
But
in that sense,
I feel like they're
but
more like happy go lucky kind of, if they're like not exposed as much to this stuff. Like
they're
I
very
feel
much
like
uncomfortable in the situation. Like it's not like normalized for them, so it's really like out of
you feel like it's more like saying like experience, like they lack experience in that kind of stuff. That's why like they grow up a little bit naive.
yeah. That night here, that'll be good. Yeah.
Ah, I see. Okay. I feel like, yeah, but there is a specific like time where it's okay for them to be exposed to that kind of stuff, because they have grown to their level that okay, they can handle a little bit of blood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
they don't have to.
no, but the thing is like, cause see, since
I
everyone
mean, if they
else,
scrape their knee and they start bleeding, I don't want the guy tripping. You know what I'm saying? I
no,
want him to
no,
feel like it's normal.
but that's the thing. Like whenever everyone sees it, like everyone around them has been normalized to this effect. So
Mm.
like everyone's been watching like gore movies for like I don't know how long, and then this one person has not, and like it's very like unfamiliar to them. So when they go into the situation, everyone is like, oh yeah, I've seen this, and the person's like fucking traumatized. Like,
They get shocked. Yeah.
yeah,
But
exactly. So
that's
that
why in like our film courses, when there's a really gory movie, we still get warnings, you know, because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't
yeah,
want.
yeah.
But
From the
that's
very
normal, I
beginning. Yeah.
think. It's not because we're adults that we shouldn't have like warnings about like things that could shock us, because you don't know anyone's background. You don't know like
Yeah.
what if like they have something in their past that like
They have
relates
like
to.
PTSD or something.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, you don't
you
know.
have no
So
idea. Yeah.
so I think it's still like having these warnings is still a mature thing to do. You know.
But like like you kind of get the gist of the movie if you see the trailer. I
Yeah.
feel like if you see the
Yeah.
trailer of the movie, you already know what's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be
I think the
in it.
trailer is a good warning in
It's a good
itself.
warning already. Like
Yeah.
if you're in the seat of a movie theater about to watch the movie, it's kind of too late. Even if
Mhm.
even if the movie
yeah,
says, "Oh, by the
Agreed.
way, there's some gore,"
you're
if
you're
you didn't
midway
know.
you're midway through the movie. You're like, wait, hold on, this is not the movie I
You're
expected to watch.
watching Mandy and you just watch the first part and you're like, oh, okay,
Mm.
it's pretty slow.
Yo,
And then the second part.
one time my friend was supposed to like watch like the Transformers movie of that year. He ended up going inside a Twilight movie,
Yeah,
and like he mistaken the room or something, and like he didn't get up and go to the other fucking room. He stayed and watched the whole
yeah,
movie, man. That guy has never been the same ever since.
but
Really?
yeah, but no, but that's
He's
the thing.
been
Like,
there, like he's into like vampire shit. Like he's into like wine is blood. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of weird shit.
well, yeah, that's also like a
I
thing.
lost a brother that day. It's fucked up.
That's also a thing though. I feel because you know how like men often like there's like gory violence and like they romanticize that shit, whereas like women they more gravitate to like romance novels and all that stuff because they want to have like this fairy tale love or whatever. That's why like romance comedy or romance books and films are often like popular whenever they
Mhm.
come out every fucking 5 years or so.
Yeah.
If it's not Hunger Games, it's fucking Twilight. If it's not Twilight, the other one. So I feel like the same goes for either, like, even though like like in saying even Twilight, like the mature content is not really like there, but like
It's not. Well, yeah,
the
that's,
relationship is like the relationship, like those type of relationships should
Okay,
be like,
here's a movie with a lot of mature content. 50 Shades of Grey.
and I don't think it's a mature film per se,
What?
but it has mature content.
Oh no.
Oh no. Hear me well. What I'm saying is, I think it has mature content that is not suited for children.
hmm
I don't believe though that that work is very mature. The work.
but what do you,
In
what do you
sense-
classify as mature?
So it pertains to someone who is adult. I feel like it's way more teenage in who it is really for or what it really does is more teenager like. It's
I don't
just
know.
the content is very like edgy, mature.
No, I think I interpret it in a way where it gravitates more towards like exploring fetishes.
Well,
Which is to me very mature.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know.
like,
I
I mean,
have
it's
no idea.
like you said with Lord of the Rings, like it's attributed to more like teenage fan base, but the content itself it deals with PTSD of war.
Right.
So, but it's the same thing. It's like the delivery is for a specific demographic, but like there's a bigger like aspect behind it. It's more like
yeah.
fantasy,
Well, then,
romance.
yeah,
like-
But
and
if
that-
you don't have
I guess you're
that
right,
level
yeah.
of maturity, you won't be able to grasp like the behind the scene info of a movie. Like
Yes.
you won't grasp like the critical thinking subjects that you have to like think
Yeah.
deeply to
Yeah, yeah.
understand. So I feel like if you're a little kid watching Lord of the Rings, you're like, oh my god, so
Yeah.
much fire and lava.
Wow,
You know what I'm saying?
it's fire.
Whoa. But like if you watch
Fuck you, Frodo, you piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
If
still,
you're like
I still say that today.
if you're a teenager, you're like, you totally betrayed me, Frodo. If you're an
Man.
adult, you're like,
You stupid little fuck. But like
Yeah.
there's like a bunch of stuff. But when you grow up and you actually like watch the movie and like you have critical thinking and you
Yeah.
actually start dissecting like the scene.
right.
What does that mean? Why did this character do that? What's behind it? You know, you have more of like an eye for criticism.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You'll be able to critique with age. So I feel
Yeah.
like maturity in a movie, it could be a movie could be for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Like for kids, it could be for kids, it could be for like teenagers, and it could be for adults,
Yeah.
just depending on their age. It's like a chip. Like you don't necessarily have to dumb down the movie or make it overly mature just to like have
Yeah.
like, mature people only. You can have,
100% agree. Yeah.
you can have like a sort of a balance for like everyone would understand what they're capable of understanding of the movie, so
Yes.
that they get the full experience regardless of age.
I agree. And I even think those are the greatest of works because they have the ability to speak to everyone.
Disney movies.
Yeah. Pixar. That's why Pixar worked initially. It's like Wall-E. Everyone enjoys Wall-E.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
And
I
because
did.
it talks something different to everyone. And it's it's said to be for children.
But yeah,
Mhm.
it has more mature
But
content
the
behind
But
it.
you
people
can
who love it
connect
the
with it
most
easy, yeah.
are adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it talks also about like current state right now.
Yeah.
If the world continues at this rate, we're fucked. And this is
Oh, we're going towards Wall-E. Yeah. But yeah. Like,
Wall-E.
wow.
Man.
But yeah, I agree with you guys.